Coming up on the Elon Phoenix Weekly, a few men who have been instrumental in the development of Elon athletics.
We sit down with former president of the university, Dr. Earl Danieli, and talk about his help in developing athletics at Elon.
Plus, we talk with men's golf coach Bill Morningstar and look back at the different ways he's helped the Phoenix grow.
All that and more next on the Elon Phoenix Weekly. Good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Derek Scully.
And I'm Scarlett Fakar. Thanks for joining us on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Dr. Earl Danieli did tremendous things during his tenure as Elon's president. He can take credit for a great deal, building the Fighting Christians into an established athletics program, which laid the foundation that Elon stands on today. We got the chance to hear his story and how he grew into the man that helped shape Elon athletics.
Dr. James Earl Danieli, on behalf of the Board of Trustees, we thank you. Thank you for being there, for standing up, and we honor you for your indelible mark and contribution to this college.
Danieli is an established and celebrated name on the campus of Elon. Dr. Earl Danieli graduated from Elon in 1946. He went on to become a professor of chemistry, dean of the college, and president of the school. Danieli has shaped Elon's image, academics, and athletics. His first interaction with any sport came when he was a high school student living on his family's farm.
When I graduated from high school, I weighed 310 pounds, so I was not about to be an athlete. My daddy loved baseball. He was really a baseball fan. Then he actually had farm teams in the summer. He'd get the farmers together, the young boys, and have a team. Well, I couldn't play because I was big and fat, so I kept score. I was the official scorekeeper, and I was real proud of my scorebook.
As a student at Elon in the 1940s, Danieli enjoyed watching Elon sports, but was disappointed by wartime athletics.
The really able men had gone off to war, and we had a very, very weak team. To show you how awful it was, the man who was in charge of coaching knew very little basketball, and I actually saw him standing on the court with the team with a book in hand, and he would read a paragraph or less and then talk about it. He didn't know it well enough to coach without the book. And I just thought, this is so awful. If he doesn't know basketball better than that, we were in trouble.
As a professor, Danieli even suggested to then-President Leon Smith that Elon discontinue its football program.
Since the coach was gone, that I thought it'd be a great time to discontinue football, just not have a football team. Well, I did not get a warm reception from Smith. Smith he loved his athletics. He gave scholarships. His rationale was this: I've got dormitory rooms, so I can allow an athlete to room in the dorm without costing me anything. I've got vacant spaces in the classroom, so I can let the boy go to class, and that doesn't cost anything. So the only thing that costs anything for me to bring this guy who's going to play football or whatever is his food.
Danieli took Smith's scholarship philosophy to heart and developed his own ideas about athletic scholarship.
I don't see any reason why a good student can't play ball, or why a good ball player can't be a student. And so that's been something I've been very interested in.
After becoming president in 1957, Danieli decided to implement his ideas.
I decided right away that I would take control of the athletic program. I remember having an alumni meeting in Winston-Salem. Alumni of the area, we got together and had dinner. And then I spoke a little while, and then I told them that they could ask questions. And one of the guys who asked a question, why don't you have a booster club for athletics? And I say to him, because I am going to be in charge of the athletic program.
Perhaps Daniely's biggest accomplishment was founding intercollegiate women's athletics at Elon. In 1971, he hired a high school coach from Gibsonville named Kay Yao to coach Elon's first intercollegiate women's basketball team.
And that was really the beginning of girls basketball in the state, as well as here. Well, then, of course, Title IX comes along, and that was the encouragement that we needed to have all these other outstanding programs.
Dr. Daniely decided to honor his coaches and athletes, creating an Elon Sports Hall of Fame in 1972.
It has turned out to be a very, very satisfying. Every year, new people are selected, and the number of people who qualify is increasing.
And in 2008, Daniely was surprised by an award from the very establishment he created.
We've started to get up, and Jim Wagner said, wait a minute, everybody sit down. He said, Dr. Daniely, we got a little business we want to take care of. You can just listen. And they voted me in the Hall of Fame. And I couldn't believe it.
Recognition for the work of Dr. Daniely continues today with a unique tradition.
And Jason decided it would be nice for them to call out my name. So one night we were at a basketball game, and all of a sudden I realized that Jason and the boys around him were saying, Dr. Daniely. And I said, Verona, they called my name. She said, I thought that's what that was. And I wasn't real sure, because I never heard of such thing as that. So I decided I had to acknowledge it some way, so I stood up. And then they really gave me a cheer. And I thought, I don't know about this. I had a towel with me, just in case they did this again. Well, that game, about halfway through the second half, they started yelling again. And I got up and waved my towel. And boy, they really yelled then. And I told President Lambert later, I think I like that.
Dr. Daniely's presence continues to be felt today as he tries to make every home basketball game an alumni gym, and his impact on this university will not soon be forgotten.
One way Elon has continued to grow is through the building and continuous improvements of athletic facilities. Each of them is unique in how they create a fan-friendly atmosphere for the Phoenix faithful. This week we take a look at the home of Elon baseball, Walter C. Latham Park.
Latham Park has been home to the Elon Phoenix since 2001, when the breathtaking facility was dedicated in the honor of Walter C. Latham. Latham Park celebrates and remembers Walter's love for the game of baseball and his belief in the power of education. The alumni first came to Elon in 1928 with a dream of playing college baseball and earning a degree. While attending Elon, he became the school's first ever four-sport letterman, earning him a spot in Elon's Sports Hall of Fame. After earning his degree, he became a coach and educator in the state of North Carolina for nearly 50 years. Although a tall order, Latham Park is almost as impressive as Walter himself. The state-of-the-art facility features a gorgeous turf infield, natural grass outfield, batting cages, and a Major League-style press box and dugouts. Because of these astonishing features, Latham Park has gained a reputation as one of the finest baseball stadiums in the country. The spacious Latham Park has played host to some of the most memorable games and individual performances in Elon baseball history. Even though Walter Latham was unable to see the immense growth of Elon's baseball program, there is little doubt that Latham would be proud of the tradition that Elon baseball has established in the stadium that was built in his memory.
Once again, Latham Park finds itself hosting an Elon baseball team that is near the top of the Southern Conference.
The team has enjoyed many years of success under Coach Mike Kennedy. Since taking over in 1997, the baseball team has been one of Elon's winningest programs. And that brings us to today's trivia. When was the last time that Elon's baseball program won less than 30 games? The answer to that coming up later.
We've got to take a quick commercial break, but coming up, track star Amy Salick sat down to look back at her 4 years with the Phoenix.
Plus, we examine the career of someone who has coached 5 different Elon teams. That's right, 5.
We'll be right back.
Through their daily pursuit of excellence, Elon student athletes have gained recognition for their achievements both on and off the field.
Building a winning tradition takes hard work and dedication.
Dedication to the Maroon life.
Where success is not only measured by just wins and trophies,
but also by the knowledge we gain.
At Elon, we're more than just athletes.
We're student athletes.
Providing support enables success, helps sustain the winning tradition of Elon Athletics, while securing the future of our student athletes for years to come. We'll be right back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2. Phoenix fans, be sure to live the Maroon life and support Elon Athletics by ordering your football season tickets now. Log on to www.elonphoenix.com or call the ticket office at 336-278-6750 to reserve your seats now. And now back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2.
Welcome back to your ESPN2 local sports break.
The Elon Phoenix Weekly is made possible by the students of the School of Communications in association with the dedicated coaches, athletes, and staff of Elon Athletics.
Elon athletes are a dedicated group of people, juggling the rigors of practice, the challenge of classes, and the demanding schedule of games during their time at Elon. Elon Phoenix Weekly's Greg Brzezowski explores the drive and passion of Elon athletes as they live the Maroon life.
It's quiet now. There's no game to be played. There's nobody in the crowd, no cheers from adoring fans, no boos from hostile opposition. No one's here. Not even you. So what are you doing? What does an Elon Phoenix do when no one's watching? Well, you go to work. At Elon, there's no such thing as downtime. When you're a Phoenix, this is when you push for greatness. You lay the groundwork for championships, because if the past has taught you one thing, it's that they don't hand those out like participation awards. They're earned by those who want them the most, for those who eat, breathe, sleep, and dream ambition. You know that your best can be bested, that rest is for those who are content with second place, that giving anything less than 110% goes against living the Maroon life. It's putting in that extra rep, taking that extra shot, running that extra sprint that's going to put you over the top and leave your competition hanging behind. See? It's what you do when the lights are off that determines what you will do when the lights are on. When those seats are full and when everything you've ever wanted is on the line. But who will know how hard you worked for this? When no one saw you go the extra mile. When no one saw what it took for you to achieve excellence. It's simple. No one will know. Except for you.
That just goes to show that living the Maroon life is beyond the field and the stands. It's a part of each and every member of the Phoenix.
One athlete who has embodied the enthusiastic spirit of Elon athletes is senior women's track runner Amy Salick. After 4 years as part of the Phoenix, we sat down with her to look back at her career at Elon.
Four years ago, Amy Salek joined Elon's track and field team as a freshman. While nervous at first, she quickly developed into one of the fastest runners on the team.
Coming in as a freshman, I was really nervous just because I was like, oh God, this is going to be so much harder than high school. And truthfully, it was. The practices are a lot different, strength and conditioning that was added in. But I felt like I adjusted very well. I had a pretty good season. I got MVP. So I think this year, these are my fastest times that I've ever run. And it's a pretty good way to go out.
Since her MVP freshman year, Salek has improved upon her times and has made her way into Elon's record book as the fastest 400 runner in women's history. She believes that her work ethic and drive to win are what helped her find a spot in Elon history.
Someone once told me that you should train like you're second and compete like you're first. Even if you are the best in what you do, like I feel like I'm one of the best in the 400, and even though I know that, I still train like there's someone to go after and there's someone to get. And then I compete as if there's nothing to leave out there but me.
While Salek has emerged as a key contributor on the track, she has also emerged as a team leader who wants to push each member of the team to be the best they can be when they compete.
I more so individually talk to people because everyone seems to do better with different ways of motivation. Some people need that, like, you need to get up and go, and other people need that reassurance that you can do this, it's okay, do your best, there's no expectations, like, calm down, don't let the nerves get to you. So I usually try to address people either one-on-one or like the 400 group and the sprinter group. So that's usually works best for me.
Her leadership and talents have not gone unnoticed, as Salek was named SoCon Track Athlete of the Month.
Before I got SoCon Athlete of the Month, I got SoCon Athlete of the Week and Student Athlete of the Week, so I was so happy about that. And then to find out the next week that I got SoCon Athlete of the Month was even more shocking and unbelievable. I know I've done well, but I know there's a lot of other people out there who have done equally well, so it was a big honor for me to have all the coaches in the conference recognize the talent that I've put out there and the times that I've run. So needless to say, I was very, very excited.
Salek hopes to carry her recent success to the conference meet, where she hopes to break her record time and win first overall in the 400.
I would love to win the 400 at conference. It's been a dogfight every year, and every year I've gotten second. So I would really like to go out saying that I won, and with a 53.
With her time winding down as an Elon student athlete, Salek hopes she has repaid Elon Athletics for the opportunity it gave her to compete over the last 4 years.
It's probably been the best 4 years of my life running track. It's just, I want to give back to the school what they've given to me. If we could get more and more girls in who are faster, stronger, can throw farther, jump higher, then we can definitely win the conference. And if that takes me by running 400s year after year, then I'll do it.
We wish Amy the best of luck as she's competing in the SoCon Track and Field Championships this week.
We've got to take our final commercial break, but coming up we examine the illustrious career of Bill Morningstar.
We'll be right back.
There are currently over 350 Elon student athletes competing in 16 NCAA Division I sports.
Scholarships enable us to succeed not only on the field,
but also in the classroom.
It helps us in achieving our commitment.
To live the maroon life.
Your gifts have the power to take Phoenix Athletics to even greater heights while giving student athletes an outstanding education. Phoenix fans, be sure to live the Maroon life and support Elon Athletics by ordering your football season tickets now. Log on to www.elonphoenix.com or call the ticket office at 336-278-6750 to reserve your seats now. You're watching the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2.
An Elon education is about preparing students for a life of global citizenship. Of course, this is a place where you're going to come and earn a degree, but it's also a place that's going to get you to think very deeply about how you're going to use that degree to make the world a better place.
And now back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on ESPN2.
Welcome back to the Elon Phoenix Weekly on your ESPN2 local sports break.
Earlier in the show, we asked, when was the last time that the Elon baseball program won less than 30 games? The answer? 1999. Since then, the team has enjoyed over a decade of placing near the top of the Southern Conference.
Another Elon coach who has enjoyed tremendous success is current men's golf coach Bill Morningstar. After nearly a quarter of a century with Elon, Morningstar has started 3 of Elon's athletic programs, coached 5 of them, and brought himself and his teams to high levels of success at Elon. We had the chance to hear how he has impacted Elon from a basketball recruit all the way to induction to the Elon Sports Hall of Fame.
It's been unbelievable. It is Elon College University has given me the opportunity to do what I always wanted to do growing up, and that was to coach. And I am very, very grateful. I am very, very happy that I've been able to spend all these years at Elon, because it's been one tremendous ride.
In 1960, Bill Morningstar arrived at Elon College to play basketball on a full-time scholarship. He was a starter on the team until he graduated in 1964. He then coached high school basketball for 8 years before returning to his alma mater as the assistant basketball coach. He was a bit surprised to find he would also have another position at the school.
I think this is an interesting story. I came here as assistant basketball coach, and I was in the AD's office with the head basketball coach, and all of a sudden he said, "Oh, by the way, you're the golf coach." And I said, "I don't know anything about it." They said, "Well, that comes along with a job." Back in 1972, like the football assistants, one of them had track, one of them had tennis, one of them had wrestling. It just so happened the basketball assistant had golf. And so I said, okay, and the head basketball coach says, "Well, it doesn't interfere with basketball." I said, "Coach, I don't know anything about it." So I think we finished 3rd in the conference that year, and I realized, well, if you get the players and if you have the talent, you know, and let them play. And so I went out and brought in about 6 kids that summer. Summer now, mind you, not doing basketball or anything. And we ended up winning the conference and winning the district and finishing 7th in the country. And I realized, wait a minute, get your players, let them play.
Players like Chris Dockrell, a graduate of the Elon class of 1986 and a 4-year starter on the golf team. Dockrell returned to Elon to coach alongside Morningstar in 1997.
Bill's obviously been a coach to me. He's been a mentor. He's been a business partner. He's been a best friend. And you know, as far as stories go, I've got plenty of them. But Bill is just, you know, in thinking about all the things that we've done together and all the years. It's just amazing the type of person he is and what he's taught me as an individual. You know, as far as individual stories, you know, Bill is a competitor, as everybody knows, and that's one of the things that you know, I enjoy is even today at 71 years old, he's just so intense about winning and his commitment to the sport.
It's that winning attitude that brought Elon the national championship in golf in 1982.
I was told many years ago when I got in high school coaching and I was going to outwork people and, you know, going to do this, and I was talking to an old guy back where I had grown up, and he says, I said, well, we're gonna work so we can beat a lot of people. He said, Coach, let me tell you one thing. Team with the most talent that gets off the bus is gonna win 90% of the time. And I never have forgotten that.
That theory also helped Morningstar build up the cross-country program at Elon.
When I took over cross-country, the first year we were running the conference meet in Tennessee, up in the mountains. And it was a situation where we're down on the field and they're all around, and you look up over the mountain and here the teams are. And I looked, there was, I think, a Carson Newman runner and somebody else, and all of a sudden there was an Elon, another, we're gonna win the conference. First year out with walk-ons, basically, what have you, and tears just started flowing, and I said, hey, all the work these kids have done, and we step in the first year and win the conference, unbelievable.
With years of success, Morningstar's reputation has steadily grown.
When you go anywhere in the state of North Carolina, I'd say anywhere in the United States, there's a good chance if someone mentions Elon, they're going to say, do you know Bill Morningstar? And I don't think people realize how well known he is everywhere. I have run into people on airplanes. I have run into people other side of the country and had mentioned Elon and say, hey, do you know Bill Morningstar? And I laugh because it's amazing how many people he knows and how many people's lives he's touched. And he's just one of those type of people that are very unique and very rare. And it's a great honor just to get to know him.
I don't know if there's a nicer person I've met in my entire life. Bill Morningstar will do anything for anybody. And again, he bleeds this university, and you can ask a lot of folks who've been around a long time. He's one of the old guys that are part and helped build this place and what it is today. I've never seen Bill Morningstar tell anybody no about anything. So he will always help folks, but he's as good as they come, and he's a very funny guy if you're around him. And it's going to be tough when he finally decides to retire, even if he ever does, because every year he tells us he's going to, and I don't believe it till I see it. So,
you know, I've worked in this having fun for 48 years, and I've never signed anything but a one-year contract. So I hope to get through to sign one more one-year contract.
And with each contract, the memories continue to grow.
You know, I've always said that if you love what you're doing, you're on break. And I've been on break all my life because I love what I'm doing. And I have just been so fortunate to have had the opportunity to be here as long as I have. And to have had the good kids that I've had. And to have a lot of good experiences with basketball, with golf, and with cross country. And so it's been a great run, and it's been a great place to work.
Well, that's our show for today. If you missed anything or you want to watch it again, be sure to check us out on YouTube at youtube.com/Elon Phoenix Weekly.
Also be sure to visit elonphoenix.com, your #1 source for all the maroon and gold buzz.
On behalf of our producers and crew here at the show, we hope you continue to have a spectacular weekend.
And be sure to join us again next week for the Elon Phoenix Weekly. I'm Scarlett Picard.
And I'm Derek Scully. Thanks for watching.